My name is Michael Ray. I am the owner of the famous tomato in Speedway, Indiana. We had a business, 40-year-old family business called the Old Farm Market. This was our second location. It was called the Old Farm Market Express. We had had this location for about 10 years when, during obviously the financial crisis and everything, things got tough and we had to close our business of 39 plus years. I have come to start calling it a fresh market / specialty store, because the fresh market part, especially in the summer, spring and summer, is we handle a lot of fresh produce. Like you can see now, our front porch is empty, but in the spring and summer, when the weather gets right, it's full of fresh produce, mostly local. And that's a big draw when you drive by and you see 60 feet of tomatoes. Every kind of tomato you can imagine, I'll have it. Now, over the last few years, we're still known, we're still famous for our tomatoes, but so many other things are now kicking in, and that was my master plan, really. I buy things that I like. I do a lot of research. I talk to a lot of companies, smaller companies, and if I can get their product in here, I do it. So I kind of just do my own thing and gradually try to make it more than a seasonal business, which we're succeeding on. We used to be open from, say, April until Christmas, and then we would close all winter and then reopen. I think 3 years ago we put in the fresh salad bar and the soup and the chili and the tables, and we decided to try to turn it into a year-round market. We were temporarily put these tables in when we decided to stay open one winter, thinking, well, in the spring we'll take the tables out, put all our displays back up. Well, people really got hooked on sitting in here, and therefore you kind of get to know a lot of them because they come in pretty much every day. Now we have all the old-fashioned drinks, old-fashioned candy, huge wall of hot sauce, barbecue sauce. We have so much variety, and most of it is unique, smaller companies like ourselves. Honestly, there's a lot of salsas and a lot of hot sauces that are local from Indiana, and believe it or not, a lot of the stuff you see on their shelves, not everything obviously, but even some of the bottlers, I actually know, and I deal with them personally. I don't deal with a lot of big companies in between. I try to deal with, directly with smaller companies. It's really cool because you can, when people come in and you see what they buy, you can almost ask them, or almost guess where they grew up. If you buy L81, you grew up in Kentucky. That's what you grew up with. I don't like big business. I really don't. I mean, I'm not anti anything, but after what I went through with being a small business owner through the financial crisis, which was hard to deal with because you knew a lot of it was, there's not a lot anybody did, banks or anybody or the government, to help small businesses. So I try to support, I love small business. I try to support small businesses, and I try to help promote them on my Facebook page or whenever I can. A lot to be said for a person that owns a small business. You don't necessarily, most people have the idea that, oh, he's rich, he owns his own business. Farthest from the truth. You gotta love what you're doing because it makes no sense financially, to be honest with you. I know that's probably hard to understand, but you have it all on the line. This is all your savings is right here on the shelves. All I could say is it's really unique. It's, I always hear them, man, I've drove by here for 10 years. First time I ever came in and they're like, wow. When they walk in, they had no idea. A lot of people might drive by for years and maybe they don't think it's their kind of store, but once they come in the front doors, they're just blown away.